2 and 1. But speak thou the things which become it sound doctrine, that the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior, as become it holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed, chaste conversations.
The 12 tribes.
Now you gotta say it again.
So because you want us to do part 2 of as manipulation, a form of witchcraft, we were talking about medication, and because they're looking to get rid of us, we are the research, right? So, and this goes back to Willie Lynch letter, slavery, the what happened when Christopher Columbus came over and lied to the indigenous people that were living there, the so-called Lainos, so-called Boricuas, and then over to so-called Cuba, Dominican Republic, West Indies, and so on and so forth, and all that had occurred with the diseases that had happened with the 12 tribes, and all the history that has been documented, and how they were not wanting us to have babies, and sterilization, and everything you can imagine regarding medication, and all that research was done on us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still happening today because doctors, Bill Gates said it perfectly. And he's already had this advertised. It's on Google, it's on YouTube. You just have to search. Bill Gates said overpopulation, they are working on getting rid of us. This is not a lie. There are mad videos of people talking about getting rid of the Israelites. Yep, right, Chantel, right, Sister Sunshell. She says she saw it.
Yeah.
He did not lie. He was very confident. He was so assured of himself as an identified white man, billionaire, Esau. Was like, we got this. So why he has all the different factories and different ways of producing fake food and producing fast dairy and meat. And my dad was telling me one day, and I've been looking up I'm trying to find the scripture of it, but I was having a conversation with him one day, and he said, I said, "Oh, what are you going to do today?" He says, "Oh, we're going to go over to this grocery store, and it's cheaper than all the other grocery stores."
Mm.
And when he said that, I went, "Oh, man." So I had to just pray internally. And then I said, "Dad, make sure you check everything. Make sure you check the ingredients. Make sure you check your lettuce, your tomatoes, your avocados. Make sure you check everything. I know that you're going there because it's cheaper than other grocery stores, but just make sure you're getting everything that is accurate and
Right.
is correct." And he was so proud of going to that grocery store to get things cheap. But that's one of the forms of manipulation in our community, in our nation, and how we get deceived. And because it's cheaper, it's better. like real turmeric is expensive. To get the whole turmeric, it is so expensive,
Yeah.
right? Yes, we could do the powder, but if you can put aside $4,
Right.
to get the container of turmeric, if you can get the real ginger, because the real ginger looks different
Right.
than what they produce in the so-called grocery store for people of color.
Yep.
And when you go in there, it's for us.
Yeah.
It's for us, not by us.
Right.
It's for us. Just the higher ups,
Yeah.
have decided this is what we're going to do to manipulate them. And this is how we're going to make sure. So when you talk about manipulation through food, I think we were talking about Leviticus 11 yesterday. We were talking about Leviticus 11:46-47, Deuteronomy, the whole chapter 14, Isaiah 66 and 17. I experienced it yesterday, and my cousin invited me to her daughter's graduation party on Sunday. Now, I haven't talked to my cousin. I can't even tell you how long, but she's not in the truth. She used to be a Jehovah Witness. She was raised Jehovah Witness. And I decided that I wasn't going to go. And she decided that she was going to try to manipulate me. So she called my other cousin, and after I had already told her in the evening, my cousin calls me and says, "Hey, just want to let you know, did you talk to so and so?" Because she called me asking me if you're going to the graduation party. And I said, "Oh, how interesting." And I started laughing. But when I wasn't in the truth, and I had no understanding of the Lord, and I had no understanding of the Most High and His scriptures, and I had no understanding of how to live the scriptures, I probably was manipulated so much and placed guilt for not showing up for certain things, that I would do things for other people because I didn't want people to feel bad.
Right.
And I didn't want people to feel guilty if I didn't show up. So what she was doing was something I probably fell for over and over and over again. I'm just now in the truth. And I talked to my husband yesterday, and I said, wow, I realized that I've been manipulated so long, but now that I'm aware,
Yeah.
and I have the Most High's words, and I have the Holy Spirit, the Holy Scriptures, I am not going to allow that to happen. The Most High is not going to allow it to happen. But at the same time, my human spirit felt bad. But for me, I've learned that the scriptures has helped me maintain a mindset, a very spiritual mindset, in order to make sure I can live in the world with my family, doesn't believe in the truth, have no mindset like that, in order for me to stay on track, stay on path.
That medication is manipulation. That medication is a form of witchcraft. The medication. It is, because you know what? Why is it that when you take medication, it gives you 5 other symptoms of something else? Like, you're supposed to be going in there to get rid of a headache. They give you Advil or Tylenol or something. But then Advil, oh Lord, I don't know if this video gonna get put out. I don't think they're gonna allow this video to go up. But we'll
Put
see.
it out.
But we'll
Put it out.
well, stuff like this,
The
they never
people
let
need
go.
to eat.
They never let go up. But they give you the ad, you know what, and then they talk about you got intestinal issues, and all this other stuff. So how is it that you putting more on me? We gotta think about it in that way. Now I know some people gotta take, you know what I'm saying, like you gotta take certain things, you gotta use wisdom, but we always say go to the Most High first. And then you gotta be right. You gotta be right because listen, your headache ain't going nowhere if you ain't right with the Most High. So that's your first bit and your first cure, because you maybe shoot them plagues will keep plaguing you. But yes, for those that check all the boxes and okay, I'm lined up. I went to the Father. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and but then you I don't know, maybe it's hereditary for you that you got to take an Advil at least once a day or something, or whatever it is. Or you got to take whatever it is you take for whatever it is you got. You got to question, why is it that the side effects is a long list of stuff? What are they really doing to you? Okay? Like how you go, they show you in these, we want to talk about what the movies show, but like people actually go, and what's his name? Y'all bring out his name in the book. He went to a witchcraft lady, a bone doctor. Whatever she was. What was she? A witchcraft lady.
King Saul, he went to the witch of Endor.
Went to the witchcraft lady to seek out the voice of the Most High, seek out something. He wasn't hearing from the Lord no more, so he had to go search it out himself through the witch doctor. And the side effects of him going to the witch doctor was worse than what he came in there for. That's what I'm trying to say. And I was saying, like, they show you, I don't know if y'all know people personally, but they show us in the movies. You go to one of them witch doctors or one of them mediums or one of them astrologers or one of them sorcerers or one of them necromancers, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to show you what you want to see because you want to see it, but then you're going to end up having nightmares because you opened up something. You done opened up a whole can of stuff you shouldn't open up from the other side. So you can't sleep well. You can't be with this, all because you done sought after this medication that you shouldn't have took in the first place because you did not seek the Most High's face. You got it, Sister Chaya.
As you was bringing that up, I started thinking about the story, and if I'm correct, because I don't have my book right in front of me, and I can't see with this brightness, so I can't really go to the scripture just yet, but at this point, he had already been hunting for David for a while. So somewhere in there, it said that an evil spirit had entered Saul, right? So this is now the second time he made a mistake or something happened to him where he was having those bad dreams and all that. David, consoled him and the music kind of helped him. But it never said that that evil spirit ever really went away. It just quieted him. It just, it kind of went away for a little bit. It never got delivered from him. And so what I'm thinking about it is like, at this point, the reason why he went to the witch of Endor could have been because he still had that evil spirit in him, as well as Samuel being the intermediate, the middle person, since he no longer heard from the Most High, was gone. He just was at his wits and he didn't know where to go. So you dealing with two instances of idolatry almost, because you had to rely on Samuel, but you really relied on Samuel and you never tried to get back right with the Most High and try to at least be as obedient from then on out, and be in his favor.
We're relating it to the fact that we're seeking after these things. We need something, right? But it's witchcraft, because what is it really doing to you? What is it doing to you? And it's witchcraft because, we know pharmacake. We try not to say certain things. We know pharmacake. Okay. A lot of these things are binding your soul. What is it? Altering your DNA, altering the way your body naturally supposed to fight off and defend certain things. You find you don't have that defense no more. You done burned it out by popping all this stuff or drinking all this stuff or sniffing all this stuff or inhaling all this stuff. Why does the so-called plant that people say is a natural remedy and supposed to take you to a higher place and all this other stuff. Why does that kill your sperm count? Why does it kill your brain cells? Why does it turn your lips black? And if your lips turn black, that means your lungs are what color now? Okay, this is a form of witchcraft. And then the manipulation is the fact that you believe, they want you to believe it's contrary. They want you to believe that it's good for the soul.
Right? Second Chronicles 16:12. And Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease, he sought not to the Lord, but to the physicians.
Good one, sis.
A really good one.
Good one. That was spot on. He did not turn his face to the Most High. Didn't even consider. When the Most High say, I make alive, I heal, we don't even consider these things. It's the Most High got you plagued with your disease in your foot. Whatever disease it is, whatever is going on, we got to check out, we got to evaluate ourselves first. It's just like going into the mirror. If something going on with your eye and it's swelling up, you're not going past that mirror to notice it's swelling up. You got to look at yourself first. So I'm likening that to the fact that we have to examine yourself first. Take the Most High face first. So we gotta make sure that we're in order with the Lord. That was a good one, sis. That was a good one. And I think that we could precept that with Psalms 103, verse 1 to 3.
Blessed the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Who forgiveth all thine iniquities? Who healeth all thy diseases?
Sis, you just dropped the mic. You weren't supposed to, but all praises. Who forgiveth all thine iniquities? Who healeth all thy diseases? Because if it's something where, again, it's all through his will and his way, and he gonna take you to that physician that's gonna give you what you need. He's gonna make sure this is a physician, that he, appointed over you, not just any old hocus pocus, somebody. Okay. And we got people out there, that coming back to the ways of our fathers now, and using the herbs that he put on the land, vegetables, fruits. Those are the herbs we're talking about. Vegetables and fruits and different herbs and stuff that we use to coriander, cumin, nettle, what is stinging nettle, dandelion, there's so many. All these things have so many benefits. Lemongrass, these are the things that we are getting back to, and our people are learning now that we need to come back to this, because we don't need to be out here looking to the enemy to give us pharmacare. We don't need to. That's unnatural. It's chemicals in these things. That is a form of witchcraft. Okay. It's manipulating our bodies. So Khan, we got a couple of minutes here. So we're talking about the medications, and then you hit earlier, sis, on the food. So we're talking about the food, and we're just talking about the herbs and everything like that. Neglect not the colorful plate. Literally, neglect not a colorful plate. It shouldn't just have a big piece of steak on there. If you're gonna have a piece of steak, okay, cut it in half and add some greens, some, a little bit of lemon squeeze, a little lemon and some yellow. Put a little red beans on there, make that plate colorful, you know. Consist. Because guess what? They're manipulating us with every block. I was counting it the other day on every block, and probably less than that. There's I'm not gonna call on the names. There's a fast food chain. There's a fast food chain on every half quarter of a block, and then across the street. So you actuality, you have 4 fast food places on one block. Okay, and what's in these things? All this grease that's clogging up our arteries. That is witchcraft. That is witchcraft. And a lot of the foods we're eating, they praying to other idols over this food. They make it in factories. It's processed, meaning it's unnatural. It's processed and compact together with this, and this, and a million ingredients. You know how many ingredients in just a certain sandwich at a certain restaurant? I'm not going to name. They got the chicken on the outside is red and white. It's 104 ingredients in one chicken. In what they're putting in there. It's processed. We know it's genetically modified, and now they're printing it. What are they trying to turn you into? What are they trying to turn us into? Tell me this is not witchcraft right before our eyes. And then you what is the nutritional benefits? What are the nutritional benefits? It is good. But see, that's the manipulation right there. Because when something tastes now, your brain is wired because now it want more and it want more, and these things, and that's why the people lining up every lunch period. You see this place just got us line around it all the way out the road. You coming back like a fiending for this taste. That is witchcraft. You'll never see nobody lining up to get a bag of apples. Never see them lining up to get a bag of fruits. No. Mr. Shillman, you still got your hand? I don't know if you still had it up or. Oh, Sister Chaya, got your hand up? Okay.
I raised it back up, but when you mentioned that, it was some people that are a part of the Nation of Islam, they had already done some comparisons, and actually the red and white and the orange and white are competing, because really the only difference between both of their sandwiches is maybe 15 ingredients, maybe. So like, I forget which one had more. It might have been orange and white, but either way, they literally had the exact same thing, and it was probably a difference of 15 other ingredients added to one of their sandwiches for a sandwich. And you see, people's like, it's the term where back then you used to cry about it, but now when you see that, it's like, I can make you a sandwich better than what Eddie Murphy did and a couple other people. You want a hamburger from where? I can make you a hamburger at home. I can make you a hamburger better than that place.
Yes.
That's kind of where we would have to bring that back and be for real about it, because it's way too many ingredients in something as simple as bread, water, flour, maybe some egg, maybe some something. You know what I'm saying? And then your seasonings. It should not be 3,000 ingredients for bread.
Yeah.
None of that.
No.
I wanted to also add, just for some of us who are still working on our nutrition, some other notes of advice is that ultimately you want to know what's healthiest for you, but then to also make it not look the same. So you want a colorful plate, but you want a colorful routine. So there are people who may not be able to eat all of that in one plate, because there's people who might have to have the greens first before you eat red meat, or don't eat a lot of red meat and gotta have something else in place of that. Sometimes your plate doesn't have to be all encompassing. Sometimes you can eat like that throughout the day. So if you do say have a wrap or a sandwich or something that consists of maybe 3 of those pieces of nutrition. The salad or the fruit can come later because maybe your digestion is working.
Yeah.
Maybe you're on a certain routine. Maybe you count calories for the sake of counting them right now because you're trying to be somewhere. Maybe you're dealing with gluttony, or maybe you're
Yeah.
dealing with learning to eat better so that you know what it
Yeah.
feels like to feel full naturally versus stuff in your face, or just not eating to be not eating, so you don't even know what full feels like. So I want to encourage all of us to kind of still understand that even though some of us are trying things different ways, it's okay to to have it different than someone else's if it's working for you. So herbs or plants or a certain type of meat that's authorized or kosher might work best for you,
Yeah.
more so than somebody else. Maybe they love some salmon, but salmon make them
Oh yeah.
salmon make them gassy, salmon make them, I don't know, sick.
Yeah.
So they may have to change it, or they may have to eat intermittently small portions or what might look like a snack to somebody else. And somebody, oh, child, you give them another plate, give her another. That's too much. We don't want to feed into that. We don't want to feed into forcing people to eat a lot for whatever the reason is.
Mm-mm.
Unless it is for health reasons, we need to get your weight up because of this. But we're not going to force feed or eat ourselves. We got to make sure
Yeah.
people who starve themselves, we want to just eat in a portion that lets your body burn the unnecessary fat or get rid of the unnecessary water retention, because your body's going to say, oh, we not eating this much. Okay, well, we just
Yeah.
going to stay where we at, because this is survival weight now the adipose tissue, all this is for like cold climates, hot summers. You might be starving right now, so we gotta keep you surviving. We're gonna burn this fat, but right now we're gonna hold it. We're gonna hold it. We're gonna keep you at this
Right.
weight. You're not gonna change. You're not gonna get the muscle. You're not gonna see no change. And you sitting here eating just a salad with tomatoes and iceberg lettuce, and you try to figure out why you ain't changed yet. It's because you have to get your body to move with you, and you got to move your body.
Okay.
That was all.
The water, sis. The water. Yeah, Sister Shalome was saying water. I don't think I don't know if it's an old saying. Our grandparents would drink a cup of water, or 8 ounces of water before a meal, at least 30 minutes before a meal, so you don't eat as much or whatever it is. But I mean, we're not really diving into a diet in this conversation, but like just more so being aware of what we're eating and how is it making you feel. That's what it was really hitting on, because we're talking about the form of manipulations. Okay, if you find yourself that you ate fructose, corn, fructose, yes, Sister Shavne was also saying the sugar. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's in everything. It's just sugar, water, and dye, really. But then they call it Minute Maid or 100% juice. It actually says juice on it. I'm like, where's the juice? My husband brought home some juice the other day. I'm like, where is the juice? Because it was concentrated this, 50% sugar that. I always have to like watch what and he means well, and he's going to the store because the thing is manipulating him, telling him it's juice. So he's looking for some juice, like fruits and stuff in it. And then I have to like, no, there you go. Look at the ingredients. Like you were saying earlier, sis, look at the ingredients. Please just take a minute. Because he'd be wondering why I'd be in the store like 30 minutes longer than he would. God bless them, but that's not your position. That's what I do. That's what he put me here for. I'm going to read the ingredients, okay? Or I'm going to shop at this store versus this store. Because no, it's just sugar, yellow number 6, yellow number 5, and a little bit of water, okay, and some flavoring. But that sugar will have you going back and back and back, and it's hard to break. Why is that? The sugar is harder to break than most people on actual drug. That's sugar. It got to be on the cupcakes every night, or cakes and pies all the time. You always buying these honey buns. Ask yourself what, and then when you eating these foods, how is it making you feel? did my attitude or did my demeanor or anything change within the last 24 hours after eating these foods? Or am I going back again? Am I getting this every day? Every day? You lining up to get this fast food? But yet every day the apple don't call you like that. The apple ain't calling your name like that. Fruits and vegetables don't call you like that. But this certain place that you eat from with the greasy stuff, you know what I'm talking about, sis. You know what I'm talking about. That calling you every day. Nobody say you can't eat it here or eat it there. But more so out of the month, if you look at them receipts, that's all you're doing. You got to ask yourself, is this manipulation? Is this witchcraft? This thing got a hold on me. It got a hold. That's a strong hold. That is witchcraft. That's how our people is with the medications they pop in right now, because they feel like they have to turn to it. When they turn the bottle up, they have to turn to that. Something playing with that is witchcraft. That is witchcraft. And this is just simple forms of it. This is how you know. And you know it's witchcraft because it's all against the Most High. He said, don't be gluttonous. He says a false balance is an abomination. So that means if you're eating fast food 4 times out of the week, that's a false abomination. That's a false balance. 4 times out of the week. Okay. Right? If you always have meat and fries on your plate, but you don't never see vegetables, that's a false balance. That's how you know. This is how you know it's not at the Most High. If your diet ain't lining up, it's not balanced. Right? If you seeking after this medication more than you seek the Most High face, that's how you know it's witchcraft.
1 Samuel 15:23, and it says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
Because we rejected him. Because we rejected him. So the Most High God, forget not his benefits. There's no benefits on the back of that bottle. None. There's no nutritional value that you could tell me that you line up and went to that drive-through and look on the back of your meal and saw the nutritional value. Okay. The Most High says again in Psalms 103, verse 2, bless the Most High God, O my soul, and forget not his benefits. If you seek after his face and follow his law and eat the dietary law and keep it kosher, you will see benefits. There is no manipulation there. There is no witchcraft there at all. Okay? Who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. So seek the Most High face first. Seek the Most High face first. All praises to the Most High. That was part 2 of manipulation. Is it a form of witchcraft? Sister Marcella wants to bring out Nahum 3 and 4 to close it out. Nahum 3 and 4 says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Most High of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. So I read down to verse 6. The multitude of whoredoms in the wealth of the well-favored harlot, Babylon, where you are, Babylon. We got Babylon US, you got Babylon UK, people start calling it. All our people are dispersed, right? But the well-favored harlot, we know that it's talking about on this side, the west side, right? The last kingdom, the mistress of witchcraft. I don't think we could go any place else. I haven't seen it. Prove me wrong. Comment below. But I've never seen in another country where they have 3, 4, 5 different fast food restaurant in one block. And then on the other side over there, they got a fast food chain on the block. You know that they have 1,000, their burger have 3 ingredients, not 500. Their fries is just potato and salt. Okay. Their burger do not have an MSG, disodium glutamate, disodium inositate, sodium hydroxyglutathione meditate. It don't have all this other stuff that make it taste good, that you have to keep coming back. They want you to keep coming back. That's why it's called witch. They control it, and they know it's banned. It's banned in other parts of the world. Certain things they cannot do it on over there because it's proven that it's slowly killing off. It's slowly killing you off. But I was going to say, if y'all didn't watch Cloning Tyrone, skip past the first maybe 15 minutes of it. It gets a little raunchy. But after that, oh my goodness.
It was good.
When I tell you the manipulating with the chicken and everything else. No, but yeah, watch Cloning Tyrone if you have not. And then I was going to touch on earlier too, when we were talking about medications and stuff. The Medical Apartheid, the book. Medical Apartheid. Okay, it goes into all of the atrocities they did to the Native Americans and to GAD, to the Hispanics, and then also with the Tuskegee experiment and all this other stuff and everything else in between that. Okay, Medical Apartheid. But that was it for part 2. The water sis. For that she said, well, listen, you're gonna have to clock out and bring these precepts. You're pulling them out now that we about to Sister Marcella, you do know that we Chase Conversations is till 9 p.m. I know you're new and everything, but let me put you up on let me stop. It is until 9 p.m. Okay, well, you can see the chat. And that's it, sis. That's it. I'm messing with you.
1 Samuel 28, verse 8. And Saul disguised himself, put on another raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him. And they came to the woman by night, and he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee. And the woman said unto him, Behold, thou knowest what Saul had done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits, and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die? 10. And Saul sware to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing.
Whatever. The Most High gonna punish you, and he punished him. Okay. So at first he had cut off familiar spirits and wizards out of the land, and that's what we're talking about, y'all. When we notice manipulation, even if you didn't notice it, please watch this video. Please watch it again and again and again. Okay, pray to the Most High. Seek, you should be able to smell it. It just smells like manipulation. Don't even seek after it. Okay. Again, manipulation is skillful. So it's not always gonna be like, boom, it's manipulation here. No, she ain't gonna just walk in a room looking like that. A lot of the times they do, and that's part 3. That's part 3. Like, let's actually do. Okay. But like, you know what I'm saying? Just like these transformers around here, and you see, that's part 3 too. But again, I had of myself. Okay. But it's deceitful. It's deceitful and entices you. We all know that this stuff is enticing us because that's why you're going back for more and more and more and more and more. Okay. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, y'all. That was it for part 2.
So we having a part 3?
We're gonna have a part 3 because it's we gotta talk about them transformers.
All praises, all praises.